Welcome back to the Good Green Home Show with Rich and Shauna. Today we have a beautiful guest, Brie Arthur, who is also an expert on horticultural and foodscaping.
Foodscaping.
I'm telling you,
I like
Rich.
that word, but I'm not sure what it is.
Well, we're going to learn more about it today. Brie, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, fantastic. Thanks so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's
Absolutely. Well, since Rich asked the question, tell us more about what foodscaping means to you.
Well, foodscaping for me is the logical integration of woody ornamentals with edibles in a common everyday sort of landscape situation. And the goal, of course, is to make this HOA approved so that people in the suburbs can actually grow food in a beautiful way and not break any rules.
I'm kind of the rule breaker. Since I have a front lawn vegetable garden, so far my city and my HOA is actually fine with the front lawn. But I know that many other HOAs question front lawn gardening.
Oh, yeah. And
general.
there's always that one neighbor that wants to complain, too. So you got to be careful if you're breaking the rules. You don't want to give them any ammunition.
One thing you can do is you feed them cucumbers.
Shauna bribes her neighbors with martinis, from what I understand. So
martinis and herbs. It works. Wonderful. Now, what kind of foodscaping do you have in your own garden?
Well, I grow everything year-round here in central North Carolina, Zone 7. We're really fortunate to have an environment that sort of enables us to grow food all year long. I actually have wheat growing in a landscape bed in my front yard, and lots of kale and mustard, chard, radishes, lots of root vegetables. I've been on a root vegetable kick this winter, so parsnips and turnips, all kinds of things. I just have been harvesting kohlrabi yesterday.
Wow.
Well, my research on you, Brie Arthur, indicates that you are like a tomato fanatic, and you've got lots and lots of varieties of tomatoes. So is that correct?
That is correct. I am obsessed. And of course, my tomato season doesn't start for 2 more months. So I have to keep myself occupied through the winter dreaming about tomato season.
Absolutely. Now, this show is actually going to air in May. So I think that you will be well into your tomato season when this gets going. Now, you have an annual tomato tasting event that is astounding. Tell us a little bit about that.
I do. Well, we first did this really as a means of getting rid of some of our fresh fruit. But now we do the annual tomato tasting as a fundraiser for different garden projects at the J.C. Ralston Arboretum in Raleigh. So this year we're happy to announce that we will be fundraising for their new edible garden that will be being installed hopefully by 2016.
Wonderful.
So how many tomato varieties do you grow?
Last year I started off with 86 different cultivars of heirloom.
It? 86 heirloom cultivars?
All
I didn't even know there
varieties.
was. I didn't even know there were 86 heirloom tomato varieties.
Holy cow. I can barely grow 2 different varieties. I have the worst summer ever for tomatoes. So you are a superhero.
Well, it's not without its challenges. Of course, here in the South, I'm growing on a property that used to be a tobacco field. So I have all kinds of insect and disease issues that I have to battle. So every year I have to be more creative as to how I'm going to successfully grow them. But I'm excited this year we'll actually be showing that progress through Growing a Greener World to help inspire everybody to see that they can also grow heirlooms successfully.
Absolutely. Now, do you have a secret planting tomato tip? Because every tomato grower does. I would love to hear what can we teach the end consumer that's watching our show right now about planting tomatoes?
Calcium and consistent water, period.
Calcium.
Yeah.
Don't let them dry out. Don't let them get too saturated. Keep them evenly moist so you won't get cracks in your fruit. And give them more calcium than you could ever imagine.
And you can do that organically as well.
Very easily. Actually, I wouldn't even know how to begin doing it with inorganic substances. But yes, I like to use powdered calcium.
Absolutely. So you're not dumping like a gallon of milk on your tomato crop. You're actually getting powdered calcium from the Independent Garden Center.
And mixing it in water.
I've heard, I have a girlfriend who insists on eggshells. She saves all her eggshells all year and rinses them off and dries them. And then she mixes calcium additive and then also eggshells in, I'm thinking that they just provide more calcium. So the theme of calcium, calcium, calcium seems to be the big message.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, blossom end rot is the biggest challenge that I think growers across the United States deal with. So calcium is the main solution for that.
Well, it doesn't calcium, isn't blossom end rot a direct result of a calcium deficiency in the tomato plant? Am I correct?
That's right.
Well,
so
there's
that's
also
why
if
prevention
you don't, right, if you don't water consistently, though, that's likely to bring on the bottom end rot as well. So either way, she's got it going. You know, I'm thinking that I need to do better ground watering. Last year, I watered with kind of a sprinkler system, and my tomatoes, of course, fell down with blight. And it was quite a disaster.
You watered them, got the foliage wet all the time.
Yeah, it was really a bad move on my
Not
part.
ideal.
And so this year my plan is to do a groundwater system, like just attach it to a hose. Now, Brie, do you have a special watering system, or do you just have a drip irrigation? How do you do your watering?
Well, I actually water a lot by hand, and you have a lot of control that way. I just drag a hose all around. But, you know, a trick that my uncle always did was inverting a 2-liter bottle and filling that up once a day. And he did that for all of his tomatoes. And I saw something circulating on Facebook about using a 5-gallon bucket. So I'm definitely going to try that method this year. I think it'll be easier to funnel water directly.
Yeah, thank you, Brie. And very nice to meet you via Skype here. It's funny how we in this industry are meeting people online so much more in any industry. And just, you know, remember earlier I said I had never heard of Facebook, but I was actually being facetious. So,
No.
yeah. I just was wondering if you caught on that. So.
Yeah, just a little. He's a troublemaker, and I have to sit next to him every day.
It's true.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's been such a treat to dream about the summer.
There you go. Well, happy growing tomatoes, and I can't wait to see you mixing live on camera. I hope you're going to make these excellent cocktails and Bloody Marys for everyone to share, and we'll be right there following you every step of the way. Thanks again for being on our show, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Brie.
Okay.
Is your lawn being ruined by moles and voles? Bonide has the solution. Bonide Mole Max is an effective repellent to use against moles, voles, rabbits, gophers, groundhogs, squirrels, skunks, and other burrowing animals. The environmentally friendly Mole Max formulation makes it a great product to apply in areas where children and pets play. Just apply 3 or 4 times per year to send nuisance animal pests away. If your lawn needs some repair from mold damage, use Mole Max RX with Lawn Revitalizer. This will help repair your lawn while repelling the moles and voles. Bonide's Mole Max and Mole Max RX are available in a granule and easy spreader application or in a convenient 5-pound shaker applicator for flower or vegetable gardens. Bonide products are family made in America. Bonide Mole Max Mole and Vole Repellent is available at your local hardware store, garden center, or farm feed store, or go to bonide.com for a retailer near you. This product is not for sale in Indiana.
Feeding your lawn every year and still not satisfied? That's because you're doing half the job. You must feed your soil, too, with Jonathan Green's new American Lawn Plan. Your soil is filled with nutrients, but many never reach the grass because your soil biology hasn't been activated. This includes nutrients from your lawn fertilizer, too. Jonathan Green's new American Lawn Plan corrects the problem with 2 soil-reviving fertilizers, Love Your Lawn, Love Your Soil, and Magic Cow. Love Your Lawn, Love Your Soil has a special organic formula that activates soil biology, releasing trapped nutrients while loosening up soil for deeper root growth. Magic Cow balances soil pH so nutrients from lawn fertilizers don't go to waste and weeds don't become a problem. Do the whole job. Feed your lawn and your soil with Jonathan Green's New American Lawn and get the great lawn you've always wanted. Visit newamericanlawn.com to find your local Jonathan Green retailer. That's newamericanlawn.com.